So at first I was not planning on watching Severance, but it has clearly taken over the internet as the new It show, and I was getting major FOMO. So I decided to commit to season 1. My verdict? It's overhyped. But hear me out because I did like it, but it's just not quite for me. So Severance is a psychological thriller meets sci-fi drama with a high concept premise. Basically, employees at this company called Lumen undergo a severance procedure that completely separates their work memories from their personal memories. Their innie only exists at work with no knowledge of the outside world, while their outie outside of work lives a normal life but with no memory of their job and no knowledge really of what they do all day. It's a wild concept that makes you think about work-life balance in the most extreme way possible. And the core question and mystery of the show is Lumen is up to something, but no one knows quite what it is. So let's start out with the good. One thing that I really loved about this show was the cinematography. Inside the company Lumen, everything is bright, slightly oversaturated, almost too cheerful, in a way that feels eerie and artificial. Yet the office itself is this bland, windowless corporate maze that makes you feel trapped. Meanwhile, the outside world, the outie world, is cold, desaturated, and lonely, which adds to the tension of the contrast between these two environments feeling unsettling. It's like neither environment is really comforting, and that's what adds to the tension. Now, Adam Scott's performance in this show is fantastic. What's fascinating is the contrast between his innie and his outie is that you can tell they're not totally different people. You can tell it's the same person with the same core traits, but there's this weight to his outie with this deep grief over his wife's death that his innie at the company does not have. His innie is lighter, more open, almost childlike because he does not carry that pain. The subtlety in Adam Scott's acting sells the duality without overdoing it. And then there's the really interesting commentary on corporate culture. Lumen doesn't just operate like a business, but more like a cult. The company handbook is treated like a Bible and even kind of looks like one. The company's founder is practically worshipped with statues and paintings of himself everywhere, and the employees are conditioned not to ask questions. It's this eerie reflection on how corporations often expect loyalty, obedience, and devotion from their employees, often at the expense of their individuality. The show tackles a lot of ethical and moral questions, and it is well made. But here's where my personal taste comes in. This show is a slow burn. And when I say slow, I mean slow. Out of the 9 episodes in season 1, it was not until episode 7 that I felt fully hooked. The last 2 episodes were incredible, heart-pounding, and totally worth the build-up. But the journey getting there, up until the last 2 episodes, it felt like a long setup for a payoff that took too long for my taste. I prefer shows that balance action, drama, and character development while keeping the momentum going in every episode. Overall, I don't think that Severance is overrated, but it is overhyped. The latter episodes deliver, but getting there is a test of patience. If you love unraveling a mystery piece by piece, this is one of the best shows on television for you. But if you prefer a show with momentum and action throughout, you might find yourself struggling just like I did. As of right now, I am not committing to season 2. This eerie, unsettling world just isn't one that I want to escape into all the time. I actually already ended up watching a recap of season 2. I know, total cheat move, but it does look like the show has evolved to have some interesting twists, which is good news for the people still riding on the Severance wave. But honestly, I'm good. I don't regret my decision to leave it at season 1. If you are a fan of Severance and love the slow burn mystery style, tell me, what exactly about this show keeps you hooked? And if you've seen Severance and you're not the biggest fan, comment below so I know I'm not alone out there.